you find that out, and then you want to make sure that you have all the tools for the job. You have your tire iron, your jack, a spare tire in the trunk, hopefully, and a cell phone, which is key. Now, I guess the changing the tire is the most important part here, so you want to make sure that your car is either in park or in gear, depending if it's manual or standard, and you want to have your parking brake on so it doesn't roll away. Then next, you want to go and grab all your equipment, your jack, your tire iron, and your tire. Next, you would take your tire iron and undo all the lug nuts around your wheel, right?
Is there a special order to undo them in?
No special order. So you have your tire, and you'll have, you can, depending on your car, they'll have it'll be a 4-volt, 5-volt. If it's a truck, it could be a 6, 8 if they're a dually and nice and big. So yeah, and then from there you would take your tire iron, put it on, and then proceed to zap it and take the nuts off one at a time. After all your nuts are off, you want to safely contain them either in a pocket, on the ground, in a hubcap, away so that you can't hit them, knock them onto the road if you're on the side of a highway or anything like that, just so you can keep track and put your tire back on.
Just so you don't knock them onto the ground.
Exactly. Next is placing your jack properly, which is probably one of the most important things you want to do when changing your tire. As you can see on my jack here, it's got a little thing. I don't really know what that's called. It's like a divot. That sits in the rocker panel. You'll see that running along the side of the car. It's just a nice little thin strip that runs from your, I guess it'd be your quarter panel to your rear panel as well. And you take your jack and you jack it up. I'm getting jacked, see? So that will raise the tire off the ground, and you only want that to come up just so your tire is maybe a 1/4 of an inch off the ground. You don't want it any higher just in case it falls down or anything like that. It won't do any damage to the car. So and then once that's done, you slide your tire off because you already have your lug nuts off. And that way, slide it off, take your tire, move to the other side of the car so it's out of the way. Take your spare, you slide it on, and then you take your lug nuts, snug them. You don't want to tighten them on the car. You want to, once you get them snug, take out the jack, lower it very slowly, and then you want to tighten when the car is on the ground and stationary, so you can get the maximum tightness that you can, that you want. Alrighty. And then after that's done, you put all your equipment away, and you get your car and you drive away. Set it down. Usually if it's a spare on the tire, on your car, you want to take it, you don't want to drive on it too often. You want to go directly to an automotive place and get your tire fixed, because the spare will only last for so long, and it's not good for the car, really. Now, if you don't have the proper tools, that's when the cell phone comes in handy, where you can call a tow truck, CAA, which I'll give, pardon? Or you. Yes, or you can call my dad. If you would like the phone number, I can give it to you. But no, possibly. Especially the radio. But yeah, also, I wouldn't recommend changing an aluminum rim, because to tighten that, you need a torque wrench. That's the only thing with aluminum rims.
Is that common? Aluminum?
All aluminum rims get torqued.
No, is it common for cars to have them?
Some cars, yes. You won't newer cars have aluminum, like a steel alloy type deal, but any aluminum rim I wouldn't recommend changing on the side of the road. I call it tow truck.
What if you can't get the hubcaps off?
Yeah.
That little
Okay, yeah. So anyway, so you have your wheel, and then your hubcap will go along here, and there's usually a little tiny slit that cuts in, where you can pop your tire iron in and pop it out. Also, some hubcaps will have little bolts on them, which you have to undo first, which locks it into place. So you just have to check that out as well. Now, CAA is Canadian Roadside Assistance thing. Mine's from Canadian Tire. I have one. You call them. You can get coverage for so many kilometers. I think I'm covered for 500. So I call them. I can get towed to any local tow truck stop any non-code repair in 500 kilometers, and I don't have to pay for it. So, and they will fix your car. Unfortunately, you'll have to pay for the repair, but you won't have to pay for the towing, which costs
brutally expensive.
Yes, very expensive.
And it only costs like $30 a year for your CAA.
Yeah, it's cheap. So I recommend getting CAA as well.
Use it once and you're...
Yeah, you use it once and you've
If
made
you
it.
want to use car, get it.
Yeah, oh yes, very much.
Flat out.
With me and Shirley.
Is there any questions anyone
I
has?
have a
Yes.
question. When I was taught to do that, they made mention of sort of an order in which you're supposed to take off the bolt. Like you gotta follow a pattern. So if you take one bolt off over,
No, yeah, it is.
Put them back on
Yes, it
if
is.
you want to follow.
Well, usually when you, it's that you can follow a pattern, but usually it starts
Or
at the
it's
top.
not really an issue.
No, it's usually with 5.
Or if you have
Yeah.
a 5 bolt.
Yeah, if you have a 5, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you start at the top,
And then you
go
go
down,
Yeah.
and then you go up, and you
Yeah.
make
Yes.
like that.
You do
And
the
then
same thing when you're tightening drum heads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then usually after that is then you start here, and you follow your way around and just do one last snug. Yeah,
Okay.
so,
And the reason you do that is...
just to make sure they're all tight.
Can you once a wheel fall off?
Yeah.
Well, the other reason is because if you